Some say leaders are born, others say leaders are made. So to find out which one is true, I'm here in Tawang to sit down with one of India's most dynamic and youngest Chief Ministers, Shri Pema Khandu ji. We'll explore about his leadership skills, what really inspired him to become one of India's youngest and most capable leaders, and more importantly, his personal association with His Holiness the Dalai Lama and Tibetan community in general. So we'll talk about all these things and his life journey. So we'll explore on all these things. Let us go and sit down with Shri Pema Khandu ji in Tawang. Thank you so much for giving us this time, in spite of being so busy. I've seen your schedule, so it has been very, very hectic, but you gave us this time, so it really means a lot. Before going into this discussion, I would like to say our viewers that you must really visit Tawang. So it is really beautiful. This is my first time here. It looks truly amazing, and so lots of people are enjoying Tawang. So that I need to speak to my audience about it. So they will visit here. Sir, now I'll definitely talk about your leadership style, because I've spoken to so many people in Tawang, also in Itanagar. When I visited there, I had the privilege of meeting you there in Itanagar. So I also believe that there's a saying that some leaders are born and others say they are made. So when it comes to your leadership style, in which category, right, do you think that you fit into?
So firstly, I must welcome you to Tawang. As you mentioned that this is your first visit to Tawang.
Yes.
So no doubt Tawang is one of the most beautiful places in my state, Arunachal Pradesh. But apart from Tawang, there are different locations in Arunachal Pradesh which are very beautiful as well. Like we have Zero Valley, we have Mechuka, we have Pasighat area also, and we have Anini, it's very beautiful, and we have Vijayanagar. So there are many places. Arunachal is a home for 26 major tribes and more than 100 sub-tribes with different language, different culture, different cuisine. So in total, Arunachal is a very good destination for the tourists to come and experience themselves with the different tribes and traditions. So welcome to Tawang.
Thank you, sir.
And the question which you have asked me regarding the leadership, so I guess I'm not a different person. Like I'm just a normal person only. Like so what I do is that I'm very I have patience. I'm a good listener instead of a good orator. My quality is that I listen to people. And as I mentioned, Arunachal Pradesh is a home for 26 tribes and hundreds of sub-tribes. And Arunachal Pradesh, it is the largest state in entire Northeast.
Yes.
It is the biggest state. So what do I do? Weather is an issue here in Arunachal Pradesh, especially the monsoons. Rainfall is very heavy here. We have around 7 months of monsoons in Arunachal Pradesh. So October onwards till March, so roughly around 6 months. Every year I take out time in these 6 months, and entire in these 6 months I will be touring across Arunachal Pradesh. So it has been almost 10 years after assuming the office of Chief Minister. And in all those years, starting from October till March, I have been visiting district headquarters, remote areas, circle headquarters and all, interact with people and find out the deficit, developmental deficit, schemes deficits. So likewise, last 10 years has been very fruitful, and I must give my thanks to Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Yes. It was his vision that not only Arunachal Pradesh but entire Northeast, after independence, there has been a huge gap in terms of development in the entire northeastern area. So Honorable Prime Minister had a vision for a Viksit Bharat 2047. Yes, in which Northeast definitely has to be a partner to it. So that is why Honorable Prime Minister, when he took over the office in 2014, he made it very clear that the Northeast has to be compensated. After independence, like I have mentioned, Northeast was a kind of deprived by the Union government. So Honorable Prime Minister, he never looks Northeast in terms of political way. He always looks in terms of that people should be compensated, they should be developed, more infrastructure should be given. So likewise, in Arunachal Pradesh also, in last 10 years, we have been able to achieve and able to complete lot many big infrastructures, which has been very beneficial to its people.
Yes, sir. So I'll talk about Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji in a short while. First, I would like to ask you about your leadership. Obviously, I read that book which you gave me in Itanagar, in between the blurry lines. So in that book, you gave an interview, and you said that you were reluctant in becoming a leader in your younger days.
Yes.
Then, how did that happen? Now you are one of India's most dynamic and youngest chief ministers. So how did that happen?
Actually, you all know that, and you must be knowing, my late father, Dalai Lama, he used to be the chief minister of Arunachal Pradesh. And at that point of time, I have seen my father's life, being a politician and especially being a chief minister, how busy life is. Yes. Like, see, Arunachal geographically is very vast and it's complicated also. So he used to get very less time for the family, for his own, relatives, for his friends. So likewise, I was into business only at that time. So actually, business was my profession earlier. So one incident happened, he lost his life in a helicopter crash. And so that's how, like in our community, Monpa, the eldest son has to take the responsibility, no doubt of the family, but also of the community also as well. So that's why, it was the choice of the people, especially from my constituency, that they wanted to replace, me as a replacement to my late father. So that's how the journey began. And at the time, I was very reluctant because I've never, attended political meeting, official gatherings and all. So I was a bit reluctant in the initial phase. Yes, later on, since whatever you say, my good quality or whatever quality you say, whatever responsibility I take, I try to do it 100%. Yes. 100%, So likewise, they have elected me unopposed from my constituency. So since then, I've been trying my best to, deliver whatever I can. So that's my habit, not only in politics or elsewhere during my business time also. Whatever business I take up, I do it with full sincerity. So likewise, my work and whatever things that my deeds and all, it has been appreciated by the people of my constituency. And every 5 years when election is there, they always send me unopposed. Yes. This is my 4th term as MLA. In this entire 4th term, only one election there was contest. So rest of the term, all 3 terms, I was elected unopposed. So which is a very big thing for me also. And I must convey my thanks to the people of my constituency, that is Tri Jang Mokto. Yes. It is due to them only what I am today. Could have been if they have rejected me, I couldn't have become the chief minister also. So whatever blessings is there is due to my people of Tri Jang Mokto.
So when you go to serve your people, what really motivates you? Because you have been traveling extensively, really. So what really motivates you? And I'm sure you will get very tired, obviously, since you are a human, right, sir? But what motivates you when you go and serve your people?
See, satisfaction is one of the greatest motivation. Whenever I meet people, who really needs help from the government and all. So last 10 years, it has been very fruitful, as I have mentioned. So satisfaction, once I go to the district, there are several requests from the people, some memorandums they used to submit. And I scrutinized that memorandum from the district officers and also from the main directorate from Itanagar. So accordingly, I take up all those work, and in my next visit, I see, the works are ongoing. So in my next visit, I see the project completed and I get it inaugurated also. So that's why, satisfaction is something like that. When people are happy, you are happy. Yeah.
So, sir, how do you connect with your people? Because the Itanagar is the city and the central secretariat is in Itanagar, right, sir? then you need to travel very far, right, sir? So how do you maintain communications with your people?
See, these days, since technology plays a very vital role,
Yes, sir.
and it has been almost 5 years now. I always travel, like I said, from October till March, almost 6 months. I'm hardly in Itanagar in my office.
Yes, sir.
So the work doesn't stop. I have introduced the e-filing system in my state.
Yes, sir.
So regularly, wherever I go, with my mobile also, I can access to my files. So there is no pendency of work. So work also keeps going, and my tour also keep going. Yeah.
So, sir, in today's world, we live in a very chaotic world. So lots of problems are there, and so people say that it is time to have compassionate leaders. So when we talk about compassionate leaders, we always think of His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama. So how do you look at His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama's leadership styles, and how that has really inspired you?
In fact, I am a Buddhist, and I am a great follower of His Holiness. And like in Buddhists, we always believe in compassion and all. A problem happens to everyone's life, but we should know how to tackle the problem. If there is some problem, something is there that we can't tackle, then no use of spending your mind, your energy in that, because you can't handle it.
Yes, sir.
So we should focus on the problem which can be tackled. So accordingly, to my personal life, and in terms of leadership also, in terms of running a state, so the teachings of His Holiness has played a very vital role, because politician job in Arunachal Pradesh is very stressful. As I mentioned, we are different tribes. We don't understand each other.
Yes.
When I speak Monpa, other tribes, they can't even understand 1%. If they speak, I can't even understand 1%. So every tribe has their own dialect, different languages, everything is different. So in that terms, to understand the pulse of the people, in that terms, Buddhism, the teachings of Lord Buddha, and also as taught by His Holiness, it definitely plays a very vital role. In Buddhism, we always believe to use our wisdom, not by the emotions. Emotions is good, but negative emotions we should control, how to get it into a positive emotion. So wisdom, I always try to apply my mind. So wisdom plays a very important role. So that's what I think the credit goes to the great Guru, His Holiness the Dalai Lama.
His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama is revered by the whole world, but unfortunate part is China says that they have the right to choose the next Dalai Lama. So, sir, I have a very hypothetical question. What if the 15th Dalai Lama borns in Arunachal Pradesh, particularly in Tawang?
There's a saying in Hindi,
Yes.
"Aapka muh mein ghee shakkar."
So, what does that mean?
So like it's a very good omen that you have said. So anyway, regarding the statement made by the Chinese authority, I've been very clear in this subject. As a Buddhist, we know very well how the Dalai Lama Institute functions and how the next Dalai Lama is being selected by the Garden Phodang. It's not a new thing for us. So across Himalayan belt and the followers of His Holiness and also the Garden Phodang. So we all know the system. But this time it was very unfortunate that the Chinese authorities, they have come up in media stating that this next Dalai Lama will be appointed, recognized by the Chinese authority. So my question is that, although China also, they have Buddhism, but they don't have this Dalai Lama Institute there in China. Buddhism, His Holiness institution is there in Tibet, and we, especially the Himalayan belt, starting from Ladakh till Arunachal Pradesh, those who follow Buddhism, we always respect and follow the Dalai Lama institution. So likewise, I think we have the authority to maintain and follow as a disciple to follow the Garden Phodang. And prior to His Holiness 90th birthday celebration this year, His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama has clearly mentioned that the next Dalai Lama will be decided by the Garden Phodang. So that's very crystal clear. I think this statement we don't need to discuss in media or in public. That everyone knows. Everyone, in future also, if some 15th Dalai Lama is being appointed by Chinese authority, no one will recognize the Dalai Lama. That we all know. So I think this is not a very important subject that we always keep on mentioning this part and unnecessarily making it more important. So my personal view is that this is just an baseless thought that the Chinese authorities they are making.
And so historically, there's a great relationship between Tibet and Tawang. So that's why the government of Arunachal Pradesh, under your leadership, organized this international conference on Sangya, so the sixth Dalai Lama, who was born in Tawang. So, and there was an article written on South China Morning Post, and it says that the article is the scholarship on China, on Sangya, so is very extensive in China, and it is very much lacking in India. So, through this conference, what messages, what hopes that you are looking forward?
Yeah, especially as you mentioned, we had a very, very historical, very long relationship with Tibet and especially the Mon area in Arunachal Pradesh. Like the Tawang Monastery, the Ganan Latse Monastery, it was constructed on advice of the great fifth Dalai Lama. So the sixth Dalai Lama was born here in Tawang. So likewise, it is a great moment for us that sixth Dalai Lama is in Monpa Dalai Lama. So this part of the history, I think that is very less known to the rest of the world. So this time, for the first time ever, we have organized a 4-day international conference, and today is the last valedictory function in evening, in afternoon. So many foreign delegates, many researchers, scholars within the country and also abroad, they took part in this 4-day conference. And I am very hopeful that every seminar, every session has been documented, and a proper committee has been also constituted. So I think we will come up with a very beautiful book regarding sixth Dalai Lama. There might be several volumes of the book, which will be published later on and which will be also circulated worldwide. So Siang Gyatso was a very different kind of a Dalai Lama. He was a poetic, and he was a very unique Dalai Lama. So being a being a person from Monpa area, and that too, presently I am the Chief Minister of Arunachal Pradesh. So I felt like it is my duty to take forward the legacy, the great historical legacy that sixth Dalai Lama was born here in Mon Tawang, and it should be popularized internationally. And I'm very hopeful that with this international conference we will gain success.
So I was in Guwahati for a talk at Cotton University. So while going to Cotton University, I was in a taxi, and I asked the taxi driver the origin of Brahmaputra River, so which is very important for them, right? And he said that it flows from Atlantic Ocean. So so that really surprised me. And so we all know that the Brahmaputra River flows through Arunachal Pradesh, and then it goes into Assam. So China started putting a dam on Brahmaputra. So do you see any ramifications in future?
Yes, in fact, the mega dam which is planned in Tibet by the Chinese authority, I think way back in 2021, the president of China, he has visited in Tibet, in that border area bordering Arunachal Pradesh. He personally went there and in the Medoc County. So he has seen that project, and after 4 years, I think this year 2025 September, I exactly don't recall the date, but the premier, the Prime Minister of China, he came to that part of Tibet and they laid the foundation. So they took around 4 years to build the DPR. So likewise, we have been discussing, like China is not a signatory of international water sharing. Yes. They are not a signatory. Yes. So these days, water is a very important part in our social life in days to come. Yes. So we are also, planning to build one mega structure In Assam, that river is called, as you mentioned, Brahmaputra, and in Arunachal, it is called Siang River.
Yes.
So now, in consultation with Government of India, we are also preparing to build a multi-purpose project. That's called Siang Upper Multi-Purpose Project. So we are still with talks with the people of that area.
Yes,
So I'm very hopeful that they will listen to the appeal of the government, because it is ultimately they are the one who will get benefited. Because as I mentioned, China can't be trusted since they are not a signatory of water treaty agreement.
Yes.
So my worry is that once they build this structure on Tibet, the flow of Siang water will be reduced drastically. It will be reduced because they are going to store the water in that storage dam.
Yes.
So there have been talks around in media also that they are going to divert that water to some of the areas where there is scarcity of water. So there are that makes us very concerned. Number one is that the Siang River will be dried up, and second and the most dangerous part, which I personally feel, that in coming days, these days technology is changing, the pattern of war which we see is changing.
Yes.
So in coming days, they can use it as a water bomb also.
Yes, sir.
If they release the entire water in one go, then I am just, I can't even think the kind of destructions that it will happen. My entire that Adi belt, Siang belt, it will be washed away. Many thousands of people, will lose their life. And when it comes to Assam, Assam is a very populated area. So, lakhs of people will be destroyed, lives will be gone. It will go till Bangladesh. So it is a huge, it's going to be a huge impact. So likewise, so we are trying our best to make a defense mechanism. Siang Upper Multi-Purpose Project is not a hydroelectric project. It is meant for water security. It is a defense mechanism. So we are still with talks with our people. We are trying to convince them that in future what kind of possibility dangers are going to happen if China, they have already started their work. Like I said, they have laid the foundation. So they will do their work, but it is our job to how to now defend.
So now coming back to the leadership, so you have this privilege of working very closely with Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. So can you tell us a little bit about your observation of Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji's leadership styles, how he thinks about the great India, how he walks, and this is what I heard, sir. He sleeps only 3 hours, if I'm not mistaken. So can you tell us a little bit about his leadership styles?
Prime Minister Modi is an exceptional person, that I must say. We have been attending many meetings together. Even I got the opportunity to attend several public meetings, obviously in Arunachal Pradesh, but in other states also as well, along with our Honorable Prime Minister. So I have seen him that he is very dedicated. He is not just he is just not merely a political figure who wants to extend, the party-based party, that thing. What I see him, that he is a real nationalist. He really wants that the villages of our country should be transformed. Our health system should improve. Our communication should improve. The education quality should improve. He wants a Viksit Bharat by 2047. So likewise, as I mentioned earlier also, Northeast was totally deprived after independence. So that what Honorable Prime Minister is concerned about. In last 10 years, you can say 11 years, Honorable Prime Minister has visited Northeast more than 70 times. And he has given instructions to all the ministers and secretaries that every ministers and secretaries should visit Northeast fortnightly. They should go there, they should spend a night, discuss about the departmental issues, find the problem and give solution, and then return to Delhi. So in last 11 years, this practice has been done in entire Northeast. So this is how, the positive impact has been occurred in entire Northeast. So likewise, if you see the internationally also, 10, 11 years back, our country was not that much regarded internationally. And our Prime Minister, I think it was very hardly being received or recognized, when they used to travel abroad. But now you see our country, India, has made a significant position in the globe. Economically also, at the moment, we are the fourth largest, and I'm very hopeful under the Prime Minister's leadership, soon we will be, coming to the third largest economy as well. So likewise, India is also a very big country with different communities, different cultures. So making it a united, unified country is a very difficult task. So that's why Honorable Prime Minister, you must have seen, he travels a lot. Yes. He has been to Northeast, like I mentioned. He has been to Arunachal Pradesh 7-8 times in last 10 years. So these are not small things. These are a very big thing, and it really make a positive change.
Yes, sir. So, as you said, when Prime Minister Narendra Modi travels abroad, this is my personal observation. Wherever he visits with global leaders, he always dresses in ethnic dresses, right? Dress. So that really makes him different, and he is also showing the very rich culture of India. And so that is my personal observation, obviously. And Prime Minister Modi ji says that he talks with His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama quite regularly. So this is what I heard when Prime Minister Modi was in Himachal Pradesh, I think a year back. So you visited Dharamshala during His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama's 90th birthday. So that was a very hard journey. You had to take a train from Delhi, right, sir? So His Holiness has recently promised us that he would live up to 130 years. So how do you look at it?
No wonder, definitely every one of us always wished like 14th Dalai Lama should live long. And His Holiness' health condition is also very nice. And I'm very hopeful, and I'm sure that as His Holiness has stated that he will live around 130 years. So definitely we will be so blessed. And we also always pray that every morning, like as in Buddhist, I always offer choime and all. So we all pray for His Holiness good life and happy life and a very healthy life as well.
Sir, last question. So when I was in Itanagar, I went to, if I'm not mistaken, Himalayan University. So there I spoke about the legacies of His Holiness the Dalai Lama. And one student asked me a question about leadership. So your message to young Indians who wish to become the next leaders. So what is your message like for them?
See, leadership is something like that it's very difficult to advise that how to become a leader. Just my advice would be like we should be passionate. Without passion, it's very difficult to grow yourself. First and foremost, it should be passion, and that passion should be backed by compassion, and also you should be a good listener, and obviously you should be good at heart, because if you are not good at heart, somewhere or the other you're going to fail very soon.
So thank you so much, sir. It was really interesting. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kadinche.